has a home field advantage. Guy Newcomb, the scoreboard guy, alongside here this morning. Hope everyone's having a wonderful start to their Friday here in the holiday season. It's a very warm day outside, but we'll get right to the scoreboard. We'll start on the girls' side. Brought to you by Liona Labor's Local 663. Liona Labor's Local 663, Building, Missouri. And as always, reminding us to drive safely in work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. We'll start off on the girls' side of the Norm Stewart Classic. Last night it was Tuscumbia following the North Shelby 55-47. Meadville defeats Father Tolton 60-29. It was Fatima over Owensville 41-31. And Battle defeats Park Hill Central 53-45. Coming up today at the Norm Stewart Classic on the girls' side will be Elias taking on Fayette. Hickman will play Green Valley. School of the Osage will play Mexico. And then tomorrow, Stratford will play Lyon County, Kentucky. And Rockbridge will play Park Hill South on the girls' side of the Norm Stewart Classic. Tournament scores brought to you by Bambino's Italian Cafe at Lone Pine and East Battlefield, hosting our tip-off club, the quarterback club, and the leadoff club all season long. We encourage you to come by Mondays at noon. In the Hermitage Girls Tournament, it was fair play over Eugene 51-29, and Max Creek defeats Climax Springs 46-39, and Rush falls to Wheatland 41-37. Down in Joplin at the tournament on the girls' side, Blue Valley North 75, Carthage 21, and Russellville, Arkansas defeats Branson 66-55. In the Monroe City tournament, Louisiana over Mark Twain 55-31, and Palmyra defeats Highland 60-40. In the KCI Conference tournament, Mid Buchanan defeats North Platte 40-29, and Lathrop over East Buchanan 42-20. Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks bring you the rest of the girls' scores throughout the state. Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks are sponsoring our male and female athletes of the week. Continuing off the girls' scores, it was Fordland over Seymour 42-22. Aurora defeats Monette 76-42. Dora over Kabul 52-31. Conway defeats Greenwood 36-34. Richland over Steelville 45-36. South Iron falls to East Carter 64-55. It was Marshfield over Camdenton 46-20. Hillsboro defeats Fox 66-39. Neosho over Lamar 65-58. West Strand defeats Glasgow 60-51. Skyline over Southern Boone 51-37. Adrian defeats Stockton 53-47. Clever defeats Reed Spring 70-26. Eldon over Lebanon 79-70. School of the Ozarks defeats Pleasant Hope 43-26. Francis Howell North over Deschênes 49-32. Oakville 52-18 over Seckman. Hazelwood Central defeats McClure North 62-19. Ursuline over St. Joseph 52-31. Pattonville defeats St. Charles West 58-18. University City over Afton 69-29. Melville defeats DeSoto 36-27. And the Central Bank of the Ozarks bring us the rest of our scores here on the girls' side. It was Norwood over Bakersfield, 54-49. Hogan Prep defeats Barstow, 57-32. Kingston over Bourbon, 46-45. Bowling Green defeats St. Louis Christian High School, 50-30. It was Bernal over Sheldon, 45-33. Chilhowie defeats Green Ridge, 48-38. Christian Fellowship Senior High School over Columbia Independent 50-17. St. Elizabeth defeats Crocker 57-47. El Dorado Springs over Harrisonville 62-32. Hartville defeats Gainesville 49-32. Hayti over Amarillo, Arkansas 54-44. Hazelwood Central over McClure North 62-19. KIPP KC Legacy over Ewan Marion Kaufman 59-26. La Plata defeats Buckland 59-11. Lutheran out of Kansas City 50-25 over Miami. Lockwood defeats Macaulay Catholic 60-29. Roosevelt over McKinley 56-32. Scott City defeats Meadow Heights 50-31. Was Montrose over Drexel 32-29. North Kansas City over Park Hill 54-47. Northeast Nottoway defeats Stanberry 42-31. Osage over Waynesville 66-63. Park Hill South over St. Teresa's Academy 46-31. Portageville defeats Caruthersville 64-18. Portageville now 4-0 on the season. Bayless falls to Principia 61-17. Again, these are girls' scores from last night, December the 7th, 2023. Finishing up here, Blue Springs South over Raytown 65-41. Fordland defeats Seymour 42-24. Schuyler County over Seymour, Iowa 63-45. Smithville over Oak Park 61-38. Sparta defeats Spokane 48-33. St. Genevieve over West County 53-36. Tina Avalon 35 and Northwestern Mendon 22. And Verona defeats Seneca 48-40. On the Great Southern Bank boys scoreboard, we'll start with the Norm Stewart Classic. Scores from yesterday, December 7th. Higbee defeats North Shelby 65-63. Harrisburg falls to South Iron 62-51. Fatima over Cuba 65-40. Battle defeats Park Hill Central 72-59. Coming up today, the Norm Stewart Classic on the boys' side will be Hickman taking on Principia. Mexico versus Kaufman High School. School of the Osage versus Versailles. Elias versus Bishop Miege out of Kansas. Battle will take on Kankakee, Illinois. Warrensburg over Peoria are taking on Peoria Quest, also out of Illinois. And then Saturday will be Rockbridge against Olathe West out of Kansas. North Kansas City will face East St. Louis, Illinois. Vianney will take on Springfield Central. Vashon versus Oak Park. Father Tolton versus Lyon County, Kentucky. And Chaminade versus Quincy, Illinois. Last night in the Carthage Invitational, Raymond Peculiar defeats Fort Smith Southside 60-33. Webb City over Nevada 84-51. And Joplin defeats Leavenworth 57-48. In the KCI Conference Tournament, Plattsburgh defeats North Platte 63-44. Isaiah Howard with 37 in that game for Plattsburgh. In the Liberty North Tournament, Nixa defeats Washington 69-53. Park Hill over Basehor Linwood 55-47. Benton defeats Liberty North 43-34. And Grandview over Central St. Joe 46-36. Down in the Mansfield Tournament was Willow Springs 57, Eminence 46. In the Blue Springs Tournament at Blue Springs High School, it was Blue Springs over Fort Smith Northside 64-34. Staley defeats Ozark 63-42. Rockhurst defeats Bentonville 61-34. And Blue Springs South over St. Louis University High 52-43. Continuing with boys scores around the state of Missouri, brought to you by Doak Propane. For all your propane needs, see the folks at Doak Propane right here in Polk County. Billings 66, Hurley 43. Lockwood over Macaulay Catholic 48-39. Seneca defeats Diamond 76-38. Glasgow over Westran 81-54. Blue Eye defeats Green Forest 64-58. Pleasant Hope over School of the Ozarks 50-41. Hazelwood Central defeats John Burroughs 67-60. CBC over McClure North 52-49. Parkway North 56, Pattonville 43. East St. Louis over University City 71-58. And Principia defeats Normandy 75-48. Webster Grove over Jennings 86-39. And St. Mary's defeats Lee Summit North 84-74. Bank of Billings. Bank of Billings, the oldest bank in Christian County, established in 1889 with locations in Billings and Marionville to better serve your banking needs. 125 years plus old. Bank of Billings, member FDIC. Elsewhere, Boonville defeats North Callaway 61-49. Sheldon over Brenau 55-32. Green Ridge defeats Chilhowie 53-17. Christian Fellowship Senior High over Columbia Independent 69-34. Crestridge over Lone Jack 59-48. King City defeats DeKalb 59-46. Hardin Central over Carrollton 52-49. Kingsville defeats Jamestown 58-30. Harrisonville over Knob-Noster, 68-63. Buckland over La Plata, 53-47. Lafayette County defeats Oak Grove, 67-54. Lafayette County now Class 3 District 14, and they're undefeated at 5-0 on the season. Lamar over Monette, 70-59. Lee Summit defeats Lawrence, Kansas, 60-56. St. Mary's Southside, they move to 7-0 as they defeat Lee Summit North, 84-74. Lutheran out of Kansas City, 88. Miami, 27. Maryville over South Harrison, 80-27. Hallsville defeats Moberly, 71-45. Drexel over Montrose, 54-35. Mount Helm, Arkansas defeats West Plains, 73-58. Prairie Home over Pilot Grove, 67-65. Sykeston defeats Poplar Bluff, 86-57. Caruthersville over Portageville, 62-53. Scott City defeats Zalma, 74-21. Schuyler County over Seymour, Indiana, 90-23. Smithton over Sturgeon, 57-55. St. Paul Lutheran Concordia, 63. Sweet Springs, 50. Tarkio, 69-62 over Fremont Mills, Iowa. Northwestern Minden over Tina Avalon, 41-32. Tipton over Leeton, 59-55. And Union defeats Warrenton, 52-45. You are listening to and watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Everybody have a great Friday and a great weekend. God bless. Talk to you soon.